It is time to become a chaos fairy.
It's true.
But only me.
Only
I get to
you.
become the chaos fairy. You just get to be a dude.
I get to be a dude, and you get to throw me in pits sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
Or run me into walls.
I do that both on purpose and on accident.
Yes.
Or I could run you off a cliff and into the pit below.
True. That's also true, especially if you didn't change your ability beforehand.
That did happen.
Sure did.
That sure did happen. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Season Lamb Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen, Millennium.
Hello.
This is episode number 498. Inching closer.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to talk about the adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales.
Elliot.
Yes, this is a new HD 2D video game.
From your friends at Square Enix.
From the folks at Square Enix. It came out on June the 18th of this year for everything. And we played it.
Mm-hmm.
Had some favorable reviews.
Oh, good.
Got a 79 out of 100 on the Switch 2 version, 78 for the PC, 82 for the PS5, and a 76 for the Xbox version.
Okay.
That's what I got to tell you.
It's a good game.
We went to Philadelphia.
Oh no. Yeah, it is nice that it had the co-op. So when it was first announced and they said that would be the case, it was like, you're playing with me.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be the fairy. I'm going to be the little guy, and we're gonna play together. And so
that's what happened.
As soon as I got it, I was like, Jared, it's time. It's time. You have to be a chaos fairy.
Yep. Yeah, they put out 2 demos of this. They put out one when they announced it last year.
Which I played.
Yeah, which you played. It was just like a little snippet of the gameplay and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put out another demo right before release, which gave you like the opening bits of the game and everything, and all that carried over to the actual game if you did all that and everything.
Oh, I see.
But it was all just you did not get the fairy until like after the demo part, so we did not delve into the demo. We waited until the full game came out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now we have played through it and everything. We did all our cooperative nonsense and everything. And we got to play this definitely not Zelda game.
Definitely not Zelda game. Which I was about to say that this plays a lot like. I would say if a Zelda game and like Secret of Mana had a baby, somewhat meets Chrono Trigger.
It's it's very much in the line of the 2D Zelda games, like A Link to the Past and like the Game Boy games and that nature, not like the 3D Zelda games, obviously.
Right.
Very much in terms of like how like just the game is designed and everything. Like there's dungeons and everything. You pick up definitely not heart pieces. You pick up 4 of them and you get a new one. Definitely never seen this before.
Never seen that before. Please, they're red teardrop looking things.
Yeah. You have a bow which you can shoot arrows from. You have bombs which you can bomb stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You got a hammer which you can hammer things.
Yep.
It's all original stuff, of course.
So original.
Yeah.
You do have some other things like a spear and that like sickle thingy.
A boomerang.
Oh, you do have a boomerang, right? Definitely not a Zelda inspired.
Definitely not.
And bottles.
And yes, and bottles, and also obviously you have a fairy that talks to you.
Yeah, which I've learned that people were really mad about.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's because we played it co-op or what, but like, I don't get it.
I think that's probably going to help as well. I mean, there was also like an option in the game as well to like turn down Faye's chattiness.
Chattiness, yeah.
But I think we are going to have a much different experience with this game than a lot of people because we played it co-op.
True.
Which is probably not how a lot of people are going to play this game.
Right. Because they even like put in a new mode where she basically doesn't talk at all. I was like, that sounds depressing. I don't like that. But yeah, I mean, we did play co-op, so again, that might have adjusted how I feel about it. But I've also been playing Zelda games all my life, so like companion characters after Ocarina are not new to me, and they chat. That's just what they do.
They're yappers.
They're yappers. They're trying to make you feel not alone in the world. It's fine. It's understandable. What the heck?
I do think it's interesting that this is the very first HD 2D game to not be like just a game with turn-based combat or a party system.
Right.
As this says here, yeah, because this is just an action game. You just play as Elliot. That's it.
You got a shield.
You got a shield and a weapon, and you go out and go blah 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 blah.
Although you are a giant walking red mage reference.
Yes. Got that big old hat.
Big old red hat with the feather in it. So it's like, yeah, he's just a red mage. That's yep. But he's not. He's Zelda. I mean Link. I mean he's a Zelda game. But yeah, it plays. I mean, it's fun. I will say that I had a lot more fun playing it with you than I did in the demo. Like I enjoyed the demo because I was like, oh, it plays like a Zelda game. But as I've mentioned to you, like it played pretty difficult at times in the demo. Whereas like with you, I had help with some of the things that I needed to do. Like you were helping me with puzzles, you were helping me with fights. And like when I was playing it solo, I didn't have Faye help me at all with the fights because I couldn't focus on me fighting, me defending, and then also her fighting.
Yeah. It's a lot to do at once.
So having somebody pick up that for you is quite helpful, and also like can do things like unfreeze you if you get frozen, or like help you out when you can't access the enemy. And you don't take damage.
No.
And you don't have to worry about dodging or anything. So you're just up there like, which you do have magic you run out of eventually. Yeah. But like, it refreshes pretty quickly.
And like I always say, I can't just like go wherever I want. Like I am attached to you, so like there is like there is a set limit of how far I can get away from you. So if like you are dodging from an enemy and like far enough away, like I can't go up and just like attack the enemy.
Right.
So there is like limitations when it comes to that. But yeah, like the combat when it was like both of us doing stuff felt way more free flowing than if you were just by yourself having to manage both characters and abilities and everything. So like this feels way more like the way that it should be played, or like the intended way to play. Just because I agree. How much better the combat just looks and feels, and like how much more you can do with it when you are playing with a second player. Because like obviously, like you said, like you can do like a bulk of the DPS and everything, and like shield and everything, and like all that sort of stuff, while I could just like go around and like set people on fire, or like gather them up in my tornado and drop them off the cliff and kill them that way. Or I could like dash you out of the way or teleport you out of the way, or something of that nature.
And like you can bypass shields and stuff too.
Yeah, so like there's a lot of different ways that we can, fight enemies on our own if we want to, or just come together and fight them together. Which is really an interesting way to do this, because like there's definitely times where like we would just go into a cluster of enemies, and like you would go this way to fight some dudes, and I would go this way and fight some dudes, and we would just like eventually converge together and just take out a whole group of enemies that way.
Worked out quite nice.
Yeah, and then obviously that would extend well into the bosses as well, where like you would have to like, obviously you're doing way more. You have to focus in on a lot more, because you have to like dodge attacks and everything and figure out attack patterns, while I'm just like, let me at him, I'm gonna beat him up.
You're the scrappy one.
Yeah, because again, like you said, I don't have to worry about any of that. I just have to like worry about like my magic regenning and all that sort of stuff. Even then, it's just like I have my basic normal attack, which I can just spam.
Right.
and do that. But again, like the only downside for me is that, like, again, like I said, it's just I am attached to you. So if you go further away from an enemy, like I can't just like go out and get them. I have to like wait for you to come back a little forward so I can go and just start chipping away again.
Right, which we ran into with like some bosses because like I had to dodge out of the way of attacks and
Or
then
like
you
hide
couldn't
out
get
of the way to.
right. I was thinking of that salamander specifically.
Yeah.
That's like you have to attack like the add-on guys.
And you have to hide behind the little pillars of rocks.
You have to hide behind the pillars. And
like,
you were like, I can't reach because you're behind the pillars. Like he's lasering me. He did not want to eat the bombs. He looked like someone who wanted to eat bombs, and he didn't.
Nah,
he just wanted to laser me to death.
Yeah. Crazy. And then it also like extends as well to like, you know, all the puzzles in the game, which shocker, there's puzzles in this game.
What?
But like there's some stuff that like, you know, I have to help you with, like if there's like a gap too big that you can't jump across, I can fly on over and teleport you there. Or like sometimes there'll be like little barriers that you can't get through, but I can, and I can do something, or I can, you know, maneuver you over there. Or sometimes we can just sequence break it, and I can just somehow fly around and get it into a place where we're not supposed to be yet. And I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna. You wanna go over
Warp.
here? You wanna head over here?
I was going to say that was really fun when we could sequence break things and you could just warp me to where I needed to be. It's like, yay!
Yeah, and then also like again, like I can help with picking up stuff as well. So like like when we beat bosses, like you just get a bajillion magicite, so like I can help, you know, get all that while you also are picking stuff up as well. Yeah, there's a lot more to do as the second player than I guess I probably would have expected. Considering it definitely felt like when they announced it was just like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna hang around and maybe just be a little gremlin. But like there's a lot, I had a lot more stuff I could do, a lot more tools at my disposal than initially I would have thought going into this.
And also you could still be a little chaos gremlin.
And still I could be a little chaos gremlin
throw
if
me
I wanted
off
to.
Of there were a few times where I got warped off things, or like I would get on the elevator and you'd warp me off the elevator.
Yep.
It's like, no.
Or like you mentioned earlier, there'd be times where like I had a specific ability enabled because we were doing something that pertained to that, and then we would get into a combat sequence and I would just be like, oh, I have fire equipped, of course, so I'm just gonna spam that, and then I'm just like warping you into different directions or off the ledges, and I'm like, oops, sorry, my bad. Or like sprinting you into a direction or something. It's just like, oops, that's my bad.
Whoopsie.
That was not intentional this time. That was me being silly.
It was funny when it happened though. So yeah, you can be a little trolly, but you can also be a really good team together.
Yeah.
It keeps things interesting.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
Makes sense. I also just liked Faye a lot. She was fun. She was a cute little girl.
She is a gremlin.
She is a gremlin. She will take your money if you die.
Yeah.
And revive you.
Give me your money.
Like there was one point where I was like, oh God, I feel like I'm gonna die. You're like, it's fine. You just pay me. It's fine. I didn't die though.
She also has some good expressions. Like she has the smug one. She has the one she's pogging. The sad one.
One where she's just like super amped up about whatever's happening.
Which is also funny because like she always gets very amped up and just yaps at Elliot. He's the only one that can like listen in to her or see her. So like everyone probably thinks he's just losing his mind when he's just talking to her.
Right?
Like, what? You good? You good, my dude?
Oh man, I love that smug portrait.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I should figure out how to make that a sticker.
That'd be pretty good.
Be pretty good. But yeah, so that's the like general non-spoilery stuff about it. Should we talk about spoilery stuff?
Sure.
Hey, there's time travel.
Hey, there's time travel. It really is a Millennium tale.
It really is a Millennium tale. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it has like some Chrono Trigger-ish stuff to it because it has the time travel, but also like something you do in the past affects the future. And so like you can do something like help Marnie fix a little robot thing and it turns into a robot dog. And
Mm-hmm.
then like the robot dog gets passed down through families until the modern day. And you're like, oh hey, little robot dog. What up?
Or like, for example, there's like the bartender who's like, my family had this one phrase, and then you go back in time and like help his ancestor, and he's like, I think I've got this new phrase to help to go for my family. You go back to the president, and like the bartender's like, it's like my family was always saying this new phrase.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, because originally he's like items over people, and then he reverses it later.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those kinds of things are they're fun.
And also, as you're going through all the different eras, you have to go through 4 different eras, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see different characters and their ancestors as you go through each era.
Yes.
So like, there's like, by the time you're going through like all the eras, you'll eventually start like picking up on like, okay, this is this character's ancestor because like those have like similar traits or like the hair color or hairstyle and everything will be similar. You're like,
or their name starts with an H.
Or their name just starts with an H and it just carries on throughout a millennia.
Yeah, I was excited when I realized like Eugene had, which the name Eugene is still very funny to
There's
me.
a lot of interesting names in this game.
True.
Especially for a game that the main character's name is just Elliot.
Elliot. Eugene, his ancestral line is a lot of fun. I liked all of the characters in that line. They were interesting and kind of goofy.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's neat because like Eugene is basically Elliot's best friend. They used to be adventurers together, and then Eugene's like, maybe I'm just not made for adventuring. Maybe I'm a scholar.
I'm gonna become an academic.
But they're still good buds. But he goes into the family business of being an academic. Which all the rest of the people that you meet were academics. And then like me putting together like who was related to like Kyfried, who was like the initial villain, but like he wasn't the villain for very long.
No.
He's kind of a red herring villain, even though he did kill us. But we got better. Faye, she healed us.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, give me money.
Give me your money.
Also, I like your shinies.
Give me your shinies.
He's like, those are my earrings. You cannot have them.
Do not take them, please.
You can have money.
She's like, all right, hell yeah.
I like that.
Give me your money.
Yay. And then seeing like the orphanage is named after like the Hero King's not yet wife, but she's the first queen. Which we get to see them get married. It's really cute. But like that was neat because like they talk about the name of it and then like eventually you meet her and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, there's a lot of like little like nuggets of information that you'll stumble upon throughout the game, and then eventually it'll cycle back, and you're like, oh, this is what it entails, or this is what it refers to. Nahone. Which is fun to just like eventually figure out exactly what those things are referring to, essentially, or how all of that ties together into the overall plot and everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You just naturally come across these little like references and nods and things like that, and then they're like, "Hey, here's all this information with a nice little bow." It's fun. I like it. The Hero King, I forget his name.
It starts with an H. Would you be surprised by that?
He looks like if Zach Fair and Cloud Strife had a baby.
He's blonde Zach Fair, and then
and his personality is very Zach Fair.
Yes, and then the king in the present time, when you see him, like the previous, like the
He's
past
Cloud.
Him, he's just Cloud Strife. Yeah. So
he looks just like Cloud.
Interesting.
It's very funny how much they look like those characters.
Yeah.
I can't find his name. Why can't I find this man's name?
H-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I can find it real quick. I can find it. Hurick.
Did you find it in the wiki?
I found it in the voice actors.
Ah, that's smart. That's so smart.
Big brain.
There were a lot of voice actors that we knew.
Yes.
Which is good.
A lot of people that also in the Trail series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one lady just sounds like Elaine. Like it's the exact same voice she uses for Elaine. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. There are a lot of Trails crossovers.
Also, a lot of people that were in Fantasia as well.
Oh, right. That's neat. I guess that makes sense because they brought the Square Enix is the one who brought voice acting to that.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of get a fake out at the beginning because like Kyria, the princess, is kind of like your companion character at first.
Yeah, because like they have a little bubble at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. That's where your little companion talks to you, and then she's like in your earrings chatting with you, and then once you get Faye, that just switches, and Faye's the one who's chatting with you in your bottom left corner of your screen.
You gotta help Kyria out
because she's a little chilly.
She's a little chilly. I also like that like a major character in this game is named Carter.
Yeah.
Like Carter is a very important character in this game, and his name's just Carter.
Yep.
And he's voiced by Bryce Papenbrook.
He sure is. He also gets that great facial hair.
Oh, that is not great facial hair. That is very bad facial hair. That poor man. Oh no. That was one thing that I really liked about this game is like I was putting things together, and then like when you finally get the reveal, you're just like, yes, that's what I thought was gonna happen. So that was really fun. I still don't know how I didn't realize the hair color, but you know, live and learn. I figured it out eventually. I think the thing that's craziest about this is that the true ending gets you so much more story.
Yeah, that is very wild. Like it's maybe like I think what we talked about, like maybe like another 5 to 10 hours of stuff
Content?
To do.
Yeah.
If you don't do the true ending, because like there's 3 endings you get to this game. There's the bad ending where it's just like you get the mission to go to the final boss, and you just go do that. And everyone's just like, There is a middle tier ending, which you kind of do most of the stuff to get the good the true ending, but you don't do all of it. So you're getting like still a chunk of the stuff that you would do for the true ending. But then the true ending also just has a lot of other stuff that you do post where like you would go to what you think is the final boss, and then there's like a whole other section after that.
Yeah, we thought it was over then, and it's like, nope, there's more.
You have to like fight. There's more side quests to do. There's another boss you have to do, which is even more involved.
Yeah.
With like some wild gameplay stuff that you don't even see throughout the entirety of the whole game at all until this point.
Right. Oh God. Imagine trying to do that with like both the fairy and Elliot. Oh my God.
Yeah, because you would have to do everything because you would have to control the shooting and moving.
Yep.
Which is what we thought.
Like,
which is what we thought. Yeah, we thought we were going to have to do that. That's how it was going to be because that's how the tutorial was. And it was like, oh no, I'm doing the shooting. You're just doing the maneuvering.
Yep.
Which made it a lot easier to just like do that because you could focus on the moving. I could focus on the shooting. We didn't have to overthink things really. So.
And sometimes I had to like knock things off of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out quite well to teamwork that. Woof. But yeah, we thought we were gonna beat it like pretty soon that night.
And then it was like it took us 5 hours.
It took us like 5 hours, and it was like midnight when we finished for me.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, huh, didn't realize there was that much more
Yeah.
to it. But you miss so much story if you just go straight to the boss.
Yeah, and even after that the actual final boss, there's still more stuff to do where you kind of like have like a little wrap up where you go around and talk to people, and there's a whole little event for Elliot and everything, and like you kind of see how things have progressed in the time since then and everything. So
oh, and people can see Faye at that point.
yeah, she is able to be seen and everything, and she's now just even more of a goblin.
She's a for adventuring now.
She is.
She's like, I need everybody to go adventuring with me.
She will take everyone to go adventuring with her.
It's really cute. Also, you know, like we kind of start a romance with the princess, which is fun.
You put hope in her.
We did put hope in her. She got the hope titty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's it's a good way to make a girl fall for you.
Yeah, it's just funny like how everyone just like everyone sees this happening and everything, but Elliot's very just oblivious to it. But again, like, you know, you got a good in there. Like the king is like fully trust you after everything. Yep. Like the king is like, this is my boy. and he's like, oh, you want to date my daughter? Sure.
All right.
That sounds great.
Yay. I named you, sort of.
Yeah, that's true.
I named you one of your names.
When I was Cloud Strife.
When I was Cloud Strife, I gave you your name that you've been using for 20 years.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. Also, you get to fight with like a lightsaber, basically.
You mean? I'm pretty sure you mean the light staff.
The light staff.
Definitely not a lightsaber.
Yeah, it was very funny that Faye is able to go adventuring with everybody, and she takes the princess adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
Her and the princess and Elliot all go adventuring, and then like some of the kids want to go adventuring, so she goes with them. I was super excited when my theory about the cats was right.
It was also funny that like after you beat the final boss and Faye makes the decision to stay in the present time instead of going back to the future Elliot and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's when she's able to get the power to like be seen by everyone, and like you come back and like Mal and Carter are there to meet you, and the princess is there as well, and like Faye just runs in, and Mal and me is like, what the is that? I'm gonna fight this, and I was like, whoa.
Very
easy
cat instinct there.
Yeah, which is very funny.
It was very good. She was ready. Also, again, very much not like a Zelda game. The final boss in this game is named Demise. Hello, Skyward Sword.
I don't know. Never heard of that before.
But yeah, that was all a lot of fun. And you know, you also get fun things like the lady who helped raise you in the orphanage. She kills things with a frying pan.
Yeah, she sure does.
She's cool. I feel bad because that one guy just died and we couldn't do anything about it, and we just like took stuff back to his fiance.
He died cranking it.
He died cranking it. That's what happens when you crank it too much. You die. And then your fiance is left by herself, and you have to give her the ring, and then she opens up a store that sells really nice medicine, which was another thing that changed in the future, is that like you give like something to make a medicine, and then you get like the super potions in the future, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kind of stuff was really, really cute and fun. I like this game a lot. Like I think the character designs were fun. I think the characters themselves were fun.
Yeah.
I like the art style and the combat. I like the voice acting.
Yeah, I think my only critique of this is that I think it takes a little bit of time to get going.
It does take time to get going.
Yeah, before you get like real into like the time travel stuff, it's like kind of like just, your traditional fantasy type story and everything. But like once you start doing like all the time travel stuff, it's like when the story starts picking up and you get to meet a lot of like the different characters and everything, and that's when things really get going with the game in general.
Yeah, I mean, once you basically take out Kai-Fried like the second time, well, the first time because he killed you the first time, but then things really, really get rolled. But I guess before then, because you have to get the shield and like get Mal to revive the shield and all that, but like things really start escalating after that fight.
Yeah.
And he throws himself off of a structure.
And yeah, it's just crazy that there's just a whole giant chunk of this game that you could potentially miss if you just try and speed through it to the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's very wild. And like also like just getting that true ending stuff is like very involved because there's a lot of like very specific things you have to do.
Right.
And all of the different eras and everything and like things you have to get in order to progress and do all that sort of stuff. So, and like even like the boss encounter you're supposed to do is like also involved where like you have to do a very specific thing to let it trigger the true ending stuff.
Oh, by not fighting the one boss?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to be good at your perfect shielding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like your instinct would be, it's the boss. I have to go fight it.
Yeah.
Which they do give you hints beforehand if you've like done stuff before.
Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe don't attack, but like even still, you have to know that. You get to go do like a whole other dungeon to get one of the sages.
Yeah, that's true.
The other two are just kind of like at the beginning of the dungeons. You still have to go get them, but like it's not as complicated as the
other
last
one is locked behind. Like you have to go meet those two, and then that's how you get to the third one, and then it's just a whole new dungeon you get to go do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like all the way in the back,
all the way at the end, behind a boss and everything.
Mm-hmm. He's like, "Hello, it's me, Keith Silverstein."
It's me, Keith Silverstein. I'm a cat. You have to go get the light staff.
Yep.
In a whole other dungeon.
Yep.
Which you told me to go do that dungeon, and I was like, da 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 da. And then I opened the chest. I was like, oh, yeah.
You had been talking about how like, I hope I want another sword upgrade. That would be nice. And I'm just sitting here like, I wonder.
I think one of my favorite things about this game was whenever you talk to a cat to pick them up.
Oh my God, yes.
It was just voice actors saying meow in weird ways. Meow.
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 That was incredible. Like that was such a very dumb thing that they did, but it's also just so good.
It's so good. But it's also very funny, and it's like a hint at like what's going on with the story with the cats.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very clearly just all the voice actors they hired for the game just having to do their meows.
Yep. Like, we just want you to say meow into the microphone?
Just say it however you want.
Meow.
Meow.
It's very, very dumb.
Is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. I was constantly wanting to go find the cats because of that. I wanted to hear the different meows. And then like at the true ending when you're like going around for Elliot's event, I like wanted to talk to all the cats that were in town so we could hear the meows again.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's real good.
And then also like, there's a whole thing of like, hey, you should go and collect the cats because obviously that is a thing for the true ending as well to get enough cats. But also like, there's just a dude who'll give you goodies,
upgrades
if you collect enough cats. So
you want a bomb bag, you want a quiver.
There's a reason to go do that.
Yep, go get kitties. And then the town just gets full of kitties.
It does get full of cats, and everyone's just like, this is weird, but all right.
There's a lot of kitties here.
There's the one dude who was like before the end of the game talking about like, I keep going around and feeding the cats and everything. They seem really happy about it. And then like once you get to the end point where like you're going around as Elliot for the event and everything, you talk to him again. He's like, Yeah, the cat I kept feeding came up and talked to me in like its cat form, and it was really strange, but it was really appreciative of what I did, so I guess that's cool.
Yeah, I guess I'm cool with it. We're friends now.
Yeah.
This is why you should always be nice to cats.
Mm-hmm.
You never know when they're going to be secret magical people.
That's true.
And say meow.
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 The boys were not impressed with the meow, so they did not get bothered at all by that.
No, they're
just like, not. This is just humans saying meow. We know this. We
know
hear it all the time.
We hear you saying that. This is not our language.
This is nothing new.
So they
you
were
can't
not
fool us.
Not at all bothered by it. But
no.
It was very funny though.
It was very good. I think especially because like the first time we did it, we're just like, wait a minute.
Wait.
Is this what they're doing?
Is that just a guy saying meow? So that was fun. Yeah, I really, really like this game.
Yeah, I had a good time with it as well. Again, I think it's going to be interesting to see how other people think about this game, especially if like they played it by themselves. Oh, look at them stretchy toe beans.
Oh, I know. I wanted you to see the kitty.
Especially if like it's people who just played it by themselves or played it co-op, how they will think about the game in general. I think that's going to be a very interesting thing to develop over the course of the game's lifespan.
Yeah, I also wonder if they will do like more games like this.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see as well. Because I don't know if they've got anything else on the docket currently. Final Fantasy Resonance. That's a video game. But I think other than that, there's nothing else announced. So they at least have the ability to be like, hey, we can make one of these kinds of games now that's not just a turn-based RPG or a strategy RPG. We have the ability to make other kinds of games in this engine and everything, so the world is their oyster.
Yeah. Or their capitalist fairy.
Or their human-sounding cat.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Meow. Very good. This has been a strong year for games.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because the game industry is imploding, but or exploding. I don't know which one it is.
Both.
But I was just looking at the list of games we played this year. I was like, wow, we played a lot of good games this year.
And we're only halfway through the year.
We're only halfway through the year, and there's a lot of good stuff that's scheduled to come out still. But
still more stuff to come.
I was very happy that this game was good because I was excited by the announcement, and I was excited by the demo. I was excited by the idea of us getting to play it together because I like it when I get to play games with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it ended up being like a really, really, really good game. So that's always a nice thing when things are not disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elliot, he's a dude.
He sure is a dude.
He's got a little ponytail.
He's gonna take his hat off and put it back on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's got his little fae who wants to adventure, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she wants to do now.
And I think if there's one lesson we can learn from this video game in particular,
is it meow?
No.
Damn.
It's to have some decorum.
No! You finally got me with it. I just wanted to go in her room.
Have some decorum.
No. She let me in her room eventually.
And then that guy just didn't care.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever, go on in.
Yeah, have fun.
Anyways, that's Elliot.
Adventures of Elliot and Faye, but she's not in the title, but
she's on the cover art.
She's on the cover art. She's very cute. She's fun.
Yeah, that's Elliot, and that's gonna do it for us this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalignmentcheckup.com or scc.co, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts, like Jared Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Millennium, go to millennium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalignmentcheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shining Moment, Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early. Our monthly exclusive Patreon podcast. Al's got to start thinking of what we're going to watch.
Oh, right.
Got to do that soon. We have our ranking of PlayStation series as well on the Patreon. We have a new episode of that out. We got to play some sports games. We got to learn. We got to play a game where Mario's got to move over. Move over, Mario.
Move over, Mario.
Because we got to have a PlayStation 1 collectathon.
Yeah, crazy.
Real wild. And some other stuff as well. You can check that out and see where all the stuff ranks by the end of it, of course. And also the previous episodes of that and the previous episodes of our monthly Patreon podcast are up there. Of course, you can delve through the back catalog of those. A whole bunch of other bonus content is up there on the Patreon. You'll get access to our Discord if you sign up. A whole bunch of good stuff for you up there on the Patreon. Good stuff for you, and it supports us. So what more could you ask for? Next week, $4.99.
Wow.
We'll have something else to talk about. We'll probably go back to our list of things and be like, all right, what do we want to knock off the list this week?
Which one?
So we'll figure that out and reconvene.
Mm-hmm.
James Cameron is looming.
The